Welcome back to our Database Design and Development unit. In this lesson we will look at implementation and the use of wildcards. Our learning intentions for this lesson are as follows. We'll learn the definition and purpose of wildcards. We'll learn how a single character can be matched using the wildcard operator ? We will learn how 0, 1 or multiple characters can be matched using the wildcard operator *. And we'll learn how to design and implement queries using wildcards. The success criteria for the lesson is as follows. We'll be able to describe the definition and purpose of wildcards. We'll be able to design and implement queries using the wildcard operator ? And we'll be able to design and implement queries using the wildcard operator *. A wildcard character is used to replace one or more characters in a string. They're really useful when we have incomplete information, and it allows us to make an exact match in our where clause. For example, finding all the surnames starting with the letter B. Wildcard characters are used with the SQL like operator. That operator replaces the equal to perform the search operation. There are two different wildcards that we can use. We have the asterisk symbol, which is used to represent 0, 1 or multiple characters, and we have the question mark symbol, which is used to represent a single character. In our example here we see surname like B asterisk. That means there are 0, 1 or multiple characters after the letter B. That means the surname must start with the letter B. We will now look at some examples. Our first example suggests that we will find any values that start with Rob in the surname field from the member table. We'll show the first name and surname. We can see in our query, select first name and surname from the member table where surname like Rob asterisk. Now this will return the following results. We see our first name and surname. We see our matches for Rob. All of these surnames start with Rob. And we see our matches for the asterisk, which gives us 0, 1 or multiple characters after Rob. Example 3, we'll find any values that have is anywhere in the surname field from the member table. Again, we'll show the first name and surname. Our query is select first name, surname from the member table where surname like asterisk is asterisk. Here's our results. And here's our matches for the is part of our where clause and the matches for our asterisk where we can have 0, 1 or multiple characters. Our first result returns the F for the first asterisk before is, and the second result returns JARV from that second result for the first asterisk. We then have the is in the first result, and then HER, okay, which returns for the second asterisk after the is, and in our second result we have no characters, 0 characters, which again is our return and our match for our asterisk there. Remembering that we can have 0, 1 or multiple characters. In this case we have 0 characters after the is. Okay, we'll start to get a little more complex by adding a different wildcard character. In example 4, we'll find any values that have H as the second character in the surname, and we'll show the first name and surname. So our query is select first name and surname from the member table, where surname like $H asterisk. Here's our results, and this means that we have a single character to begin the surname, and here are our matches, followed by the letter H, which must be the second character, and then we can have 0, 1 or multiple characters thereafter, and these are the matches here. In this example we are combining the two wildcards, the question mark and the asterisk. In example 5, we'll find any values that start with M and contain at least 3 characters in the surname field from the member table. We'll show the first name and surname again. Our query is select first name and surname from member, where surname like M question mark asterisk. Now we've said in this case it must contain at least 3 characters, but can contain more. So therefore our surname must start with the letter M, and here's our matches. We then must have a minimum of 2 characters, and these are represented by the 2 question marks. We can then have 0, 1 or multiple characters thereafter, because as a minimum we now have 3 characters. And we do this using the asterisk. In our final implementation example, we will find any values that start with B and end in A in the surname field from the member table. We'll show the first name and surname. So to be clear, our surnames must start with B and end with A. Our query is as follows. Select first name and surname from member, where surname like B asterisk A. This means that our surname must start with the letter B, as we see here. We then have 0, 1 or multiple characters, which are represented using the wildcard asterisk. And finally, our results must end with the letter A, as shown in our matches here. In this case, we have Barrera for both matched returns. Our return surnames can have different lengths as long as they start with B and end with A. Very quickly, just to recap on a small part of design from our implementation and how this would look in the design part. This example will design a query to display the name, swimming pool details, resort and resort type of any hotel in a coastal resort that starts with the letter A. So we'll show the fields that we want to see: hotel name, swimming pool, resort name and resort type. We will take these from the hotel table and the resort table. Our search criteria would be resort type equals coastal and resort name like a asterisk. We wouldn't have any grouping or sorting in this case. As we've seen previously, our design does not have to include syntax, but we should show the like a and asterisk. We have another example where we'll have a design of a query to display the customer's full name, the booking number, start date, hotel name and resort name for all customers who have an H as the second letter of their surname, and we're going to sort that by surname. So we can see the fields of the attributes that we want to display: first name, surname, booking number, start date, hotel name and resort name. These pieces of information come from the customer table, they come from the booking table, the hotel table and the resort table. Our criteria will be surname like question mark H asterisk. Remember, the question mark means there's a single character. We are ensuring the H is returned as the second character of the surname, followed by our asterisk, which means we can have 0, 1 or many characters thereafter that H. In this case there is no grouping, but we are sorting in surname ascending order. Thank you for listening to today's lesson. I hope you found it useful. Please like this video and subscribe for more content.